I grew up in Cleveland Heights.
I grew up on a small farm in Hillsdale County, and it was during the Depression, of course. I went to college and I struggled desperately to get through college. I gained confidence and understanding of what the rest of the world is like. And once I got out of college, I was comfortable with myself. You know, we live in a country that we're lucky to live in, and we live in a society that allows free enterprise and allows people to do as much as they can do.
I would describe Mr. and Mrs. Thompson as a man and a woman for others.
She was everything and more that I had hoped that she would be. Just so grounded and so modest.
I found her to be very witty. She had great Irish humor.
I'm a numbers person, so Bob and I hit it off just perfectly.
Working for Bob on a regular basis is like an MBA program on steroids.
You know, I was a workaholic, am a workaholic, and so it's hard to live with, but Ellen made it through those times, so it shows a lot of tenacity on her part.
Yes, I agree.
I've never in my professional career had a client who sold his or her business and did something like that to that magnitude.
We wanted to share what we had, and we wanted to share it in the best way.
His dad, who didn't have much, gave a lot away. And I think that really stuck with Bob.
One of the things I've learned is how hard it is to pull yourself out of trouble.
They were made aware of a need in the city of Detroit. 60% of the kids who were starting as freshmen weren't making it to their senior year.
Those kids just don't have a chance unless they get an education.
So they turned all their energies and all their dollars to one issue: high-quality schools in the city of Detroit to help children who don't have the same resources as maybe some other kids in other parts of the state.
They've now created over $100 million worth of school buildings in Detroit.
11 years later, we have 9 schools and 4,500 children.
And Grand Valley is the authorizer of all of those schools.
Our game plan is 90-90, and that's 90% of the 9th graders will graduate, and 90% of those will go on to something.
We have 350 graduates a year. Their return on investment walks across the stage each June.
There are talented humans out there that for one reason or another don't have the resources.
We could see that those children, those students were achieving, but we really wanted them to go on.
It's our job to help them gain access to education so that it isn't just for the rich. She knew from her past experience that there were quite a number of families who both parents could be working, possibly, and still not make enough money that could budget college.
She's really come up with a great program to help families around the state as well as the children in the city of Detroit. Grand Valley is a great partner. They have the same set of values as the Thompsons do.
It's a university that understands the difficulty of a child coming out of the city of Detroit.
And I'm hopeful that we grow it, that we become known as a place that seeks out students who would be crackerjack students if only given that chance. And I think what they're wanting to do is to help young people find their way, become educated, and come back and build.
Detroit is going to be a good city again. It's turning around right now.
When I see the faces of the students and when I receive their notes, they quite often talk about wanting to be able to give back. And that's part of the reason that we're doing this.
I think you can give in many ways. You know, some people are more fortunate, can give more and give money and do things, but you also can just give support.
And giving your time.
Giving
That's
your
just
time.
as important.
Yeah.
I would hope that for our grandchildren's lifetime, the world is more peaceful and is more tolerant.
And I would hope for our grandchildren that there is economic stability. There'll always be some cycles, but I hope that generally the stability is there and we don't have a real financial disaster at some point.
This is a really good time for us.
Yeah, this is probably as good a time in our life, in my life at least, it's ever been. I don't have to worry about getting up in the morning, and
But you do get up.
I do get up. I don't have to win every war, that kind of got past that, but it's life is good.
Yep.